Hey there guys, this is Sid, aka Jinx or Soulcaster on the forums, and I'm here to talk about or continue a video of how a casual player or a new or even veteran player can better themselves and become a competitive player, whether it's PvP or PvE, whichever you do. In the other videos I talk about not being a clicker, and by that I mean a clicker is someone who's got to literally clicks all their abilities. They move with either the mouse or WSAD, but then they don't have anything keybound to anything. They just have to click all of their abilities to fire. And it's extremely inefficient. It's very time consuming. I have to click mortar volley. I have to click where to put it. I have to click my heal, click where to put it. It's just not the way you want to play. You want everything keybound. So to give an example of how to keybind something, you have to go into your options menu, go into your quick bar, and then this is how you set all of your abilities. So slot 4, shift 4. That would be here. If I want to keybind, like these abilities are C, E, R, and F. Because I move with WSAD, the next keys around that is C, E, R, and F, and Q. So Q is my heal over here that I use to hit right away. And if you want to keybind something to keys, you just do it in this window here. Another important thing after you have your keybinds all set up and something you're familiar with is your camera zoom, which is under controls, and it's here. Set max camera distance. I think it starts at 30%. So let's see what that looks like. Well, this is 27%. And as you can see, it's really close, really zoomed in. And here, now let's change this to, let's go all the way out. If you go all the way out, you can see you're far away from your character now, and you have a really good view of the world around you. I'm kind of in my ship, so it's giving a bad example right now. But for me, I don't like playing that far out. The competitive PvPers will play that far out. They want a big view of everything around them. And it works well for PvE as well. Being able to see mobs coming at you or whatnot faster. I like to play kind of like a mix, so I play at 45. It lets me have a character perspective, but still pretty zoomed out enough that I could see. I think the default is like 25 or 30, and if you're playing at that, it's too close. You're just too close to your character. You don't want to like look like this when you're moving around playing. Your character blocks too much of the view. So that's an important thing. So you know how to set up your keybinds now and change your camera distance. The next most important thing to talk about of how to improve your gameplay is your talent trees. I used to call this expertise back in the day of SWG or Star Wars Galaxies, but they're called talent trees in this game. So it's important to know why you're choosing the abilities that you're choosing in your talent tree. You don't want to just you don't want to copy someone's build and they say, yeah, you got to use for combat medic, if you want to be a healer commando, you got to use a 31-10-0 build. It's like, well, yeah, maybe you'll do a 31-10-0, but you just put the points where you thought they would be useful. You don't actually know why you chose those points. And that's part of the reason why there's a lot of players playing flavor of the month builds, quote unquote, but not doing well with it. Is because they just picked what people told them to pick, but they don't understand what these boxes do, what the descriptions say, and they don't understand when to use them or what they're even doing half the time. So it's important that when you choose your talents, you understand what they are, when to use them, why you're choosing them. And as you get down lower in points, and let's say I'm filling up this tree and filling up this tree, and now I'm running low on points, and I only got 2 points left. Do I want to use the 2 points here, or do I want to use 2 points here, or just do 1 point here and 1 point here? You have to start thinking about where the points would be better spent, possibly. So you're getting the best and most efficient setup that suits your playstyle, which is really what's important. Don't be playing something that might be flavor of the month if you're just really not good at that playstyle. You should play something that's fun for you to play, that you like, and you're good at. After that, you want to make sure that, going back to keybinds now, the way I play and the way most people play is they always have their hand on WSAD. Most people unbind the S key, which is backpedal or move backwards, because you don't want to be backpedaling. When you move, you want to just constantly be moving forward or strafing left and right. because the reason is backpedaling takes twice as long to move. You'll notice that walking forward is faster, backpedaling is slower. So it's not as efficient. You're basically snaring yourself. So if this guy is attacking me, and let's say he's a melee Jedi, I'm a commando, so I want to stay at range. I don't want to be backpedaling like this, because he's going to be moving faster towards me. So even if you knock him back, you'll see people still doing this. They'll knock the Jedi back, and then they'll be backpedaling. You're not closing enough ground. You're not making enough distance. You need to knock them back and then move fast away. So you need to turn your camera strafe. If you need to strafe but still want to see him, you can use the other mouse button to turn your camera. So I'm walking but still looking behind me now. See, walking, still looking behind me. It takes some getting used to and takes some practice. But you just don't want to be moving around and then backpedaling everywhere. This is really bad. You're just snaring yourself, basically. So melee classes, which this game has, I feel melee classes have a really big advantage. There's only a 30-meter distance and range to melee. In Galaxies, it was 64 meters. There's a big difference between melee and ranged in Galaxies. This game, not so much. So you need to keep the distance on your range if you're going to play a range class.